Hey everyone, welcome to InkTech Bytes. In today's video, we're going to be walking through how to set up site-to-site VPN between two FortiGates. We'll start with a brief explanation on what IPsec site-to-site VPN is, and then we'll move on to the configuration steps, and then finally we'll wrap things by verifying the connection with a ping test. So the first question is, what is IPsec site-to-site VPN? A site-to-site VPN connects two or more networks, such as your corporate networks with your branch office networks. Organizations could use site-to-site VPN to utilize their existing internet connection for private traffic, which provides that replacement to expensive private MPLS circuits. So site-to-site VPNs are commonly used by companies with multiple offices in different locations, and they enable secure connection between your corporate network and your office or your remote office network, allowing that communications and resource sharing as if they're on that single network. So here's the topology that we're going to be working with today. We have two FortiGates, Firewall 1 and Firewall 4. We got PC1 in Site A with an IP address of 10.123.0.100. And then we got PC4 in Site B with an IP address of 10.4.0.74. So we're going to be configuring a site-to-site VPN between Firewall 1 and Firewall 4 so PC1 can communicate with PC4. So let's log into Firewall 1 and Firewall 4. So we got Firewall 1 open here. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into VPN and then go to IPsec tunnel, click on create, and then click on IPsec tunnel. And the first step is we want to give it a name. So we're connecting to Firewall 4. So we'll do to Firewall 4. And then there's different templates. The one that we're going to be using is site-to-site. And for the NAT configuration, it's basically asking whether the endpoint is hiding behind a NAT device. So in our case, it's not, because both the FortiGates are reachable via 23.1.2.0 network. So let's leave it the way it is, no NAT behind devices. And then for the remote device type, we're going to be choosing FortiGate because, the device that's on the other end, which is Firewall 4, is a FortiGate devices. But you do have that option of, choosing Cisco or any other vendors, depending on the device that you're establishing that VPN connection with. So we'll select FortiGate, click on Next. And then here we're going to specify the remote IP, so Firewall 4's gateway address. So it's going to be 23.1.2.74. We're going to put a pre-shared key in here. And click on Next. And here we're going to specify the local subnet that's sitting behind Firewall 1, which is 10.123.0.0/24, and then the remote subnet that's sitting behind Firewall 4, the one that we want to access, which is 10.4.0.0/24. And then all we do is click on Next. And once we click on Create, what this also is going to do is it's going to create that policy and static route. The policy is what's going to permit that traffic to flow through the VPN tunnel, and the static route is what's going to ensure that the traffic destined for the remote network is correctly routed through that VPN tunnel. So let's do the same thing on Firewall 4 now. So go to VPN, IPsec tunnel, click on Create, IPsec tunnel. We'll give it a name to Firewall 1. Click on site-to-site, no NAT between devices, and then FortiGate, click on Next. And then here, Firewall 1's gateway address, which is going to be 23.1.2.71. And then the pre-shared key needs to be matched on both ends. So whatever you used on Firewall 1, it needs to be the same on Firewall 4. And then click on Next. And then there's local subnet that's sitting behind Firewall 4. So in this case, it's going to be 10.4.0.0/24. And then the remote subnet that we're trying to access, which is going to be 10.123.0.0/24. And then we're going to click on Create. So right now you see the VPN is set up. So if you go to Firewall 1 and click on Show Tunnel Lists, and do the same thing on Firewall 4, Show Tunnel Lists. And as you see here, the status is inactive. And the reason for that is we haven't actually generated any traffic. So let's go ahead and generate some traffic. So let's go to PC1. Let's do a ping to PC4. So let's open up the command prompt, and sometimes these PCs could be a little bit laggy here. So let's go ahead and stop the device and then start again. Just do the same thing on PC4. Let's go ahead and start it. And just click on start. So we'll wait till these PC boots up here. And then we could regenerate a ping test. So we could generate some traffic that, that's going to be going through the tunnel. Let's log in here. And let's do the same thing for PC1. Let's log in. Let's open up the command prompt. You do the same thing on PC4. And let's try to ping a PC4 and do a continuous ping. And let's do the same thing on PC4. Let's try to ping PC1. 123.0.100, do a continuous ping. And as you see here, we're able to ping each other. So we've generated some traffic through the tunnel. Now we should see the tunnel coming up. Yeah, there you go. The tunnel is up. And that's it. We've successfully set up a site-to-site VPN between two FortiGates, and we verified the connection. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you did, please give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Tech Bytes for more networking and cybersecurity tutorials. Thanks for watching.